The courtroom was thick with tension, all eyes fixed on Danielle. She stood before the judge, radiating confidence, blind to the concern around her. Danielle's defiance was her shield. She dismissed the rules, convinced she could outwit the system. The silence broke as the judge addressed her. "Ms. Miller, we are here to assign you legal counsel." Danielle smiled, certain she was in control. But the courtroom is not a stage. Danielle stood alone, unaware her life was about to change. The law waited, patient and unyielding. The storm was coming.
The court's daily routine was a solemn ritual. Doors opening. All rise, the judge presiding. For most, it was intimidating. For Danielle, it was just noise. She watched with detached arrogance, convinced the rules didn't apply to her. Her interactions were curt, her disdain for the process obvious. She saw herself as a wolf among sheep, her isolation fueling her sense of power. But in rejecting the community around her, she cut herself off from support. Judge Harrison, seasoned and fair, watched her with growing unease. He saw not strength, but stubbornness masquerading as confidence. Danielle's defiance hardened each day, isolating her further. The other defendants whispered, anxious and afraid, while Danielle stood apart. She mistook their fear for weakness, never realizing her own vulnerability. The tide of the law was rising, and Danielle was alone on her island. The lesson was coming, whether she was ready or not. Danielle met her first court-appointed attorney, Mr. Clark, a kind, experienced defender. "I'm here to help you," he offered, but Danielle met him with icy dismissal. She questioned his competence, refused his advice, and treated him as an adversary. "I refuse your counsel," she declared, demanding a new lawyer. The judge, forced to comply, assigned another attorney, warning her not to make it a habit. Danielle saw this as a victory, blind to the damage she'd done. The first domino had fallen, and the chain reaction had begun. The consequences were only beginning. A week later, Ms. Albright, a sharp new lawyer, took Danielle's case. She laid out a plan asking for cooperation, but Danielle quickly reverted to criticism. She dismissed Ms. Albright's strategy, offering her own misguided theories. The conversation grew tense. Danielle accused her lawyer of not believing in her. Ms. Albright, frustrated, agreed they couldn't work together. Danielle appeared before Judge Harrison again, firing her second attorney. The judge's patience was gone. "This is the last one, Ms. Miller. There will not be a fourth." Danielle repeated her complaints, blind to the finality in the judge's tone. The courtroom atmosphere had shifted, tolerance replaced by warning. Danielle's self-righteousness isolated her further. She failed to see that every lawyer she dismissed was another lifeline cut. The judge's warning was clear. The next step would be hers alone. Danielle's pattern of defiance was now a pattern of self-destruction. The walls were closing in and her options were running out. The lesson was about to become painfully real. The third lawyer, Mr. Chen, was direct and honest. Danielle's last chance. He told her the truth. Her attitude was her biggest obstacle. Danielle saw his candor as an attack and stormed out, demanding another lawyer. This time the courtroom fell silent. Everyone sensed the turning point. Judge Harrison removed his glasses, disappointment clear. "You have rejected 3 qualified attorneys. The state has fulfilled its duty. The law does not guarantee a lawyer you like, only a lawyer who will defend you." The judge's words shattered Danielle's illusion of control.
You may proceed with Mr. Chen or represent yourself. What is your choice, Ms. Miller? For the first time, Danielle's confidence vanished. The shield was gone. Reality crashed down. She was truly alone, facing the consequences of her own actions. The courtroom was no longer a stage. It was a reckoning. Danielle's journey had led her to this moment of truth. The final word had been spoken. Panic set in. Danielle's bravado crumbled as she faced the prospect of representing herself. The safety net was gone. The courtroom felt like a cage. She looked for sympathy, but found only the judge's grim resolve. The choice was hers: swallow her pride and work with Mr. Chen, or stand alone. In a moment of clarity, Danielle saw her journey for what it was: a series of self-inflicted wounds. Every lawyer she fired was a step closer to disaster. The help she'd rejected now seemed invaluable. She whispered, I don't know." The judge was unmoved. "You must decide. Trial begins in 2 weeks." The gavel fell. Final. Inescapable. Danielle remained frozen, the consequences now painfully real. Her actions had led her here, and there was no one left to blame. The weight of her choices pressed down, unrelenting. The days that followed were filled with fear and regret. Danielle tried to prepare, but the law was a maze she couldn't navigate. Her confidence was gone, replaced by anxiety and humility. She finally returned to Mr. Chen, apologizing and asking for help. He accepted, but precious time had been lost. Strategies were limited, the battle was uphill. Danielle realized her fate was shaped not by evidence, but by her own attitude. Her story became a lesson in the difference between confidence and arrogance. She learned too late that respect and cooperation are strengths, not weaknesses. The world offers guides. Rejecting them is a lonely path. In the end, we all stand in a courtroom of our own making. Our choices and attitudes are the evidence and the defense. Sometimes the hardest lesson is learning to accept help.
What's something people don't know about stories? They never truly end. There's always a new adventure waiting for you. Just pick your next tale and I'll meet you there. Subscribe to the Story Circle and let me know which story I should tell next in the comments.